Hello, everybody. Okay, I want to do this video. I got the Lunar Pastes in a haul yesterday, and I only did like 3 colors, and I wasn't equipped for it. Wasn't ready. I got buckets of water now. I got a squirt bottle with some water in it. I got paper towels. I think I'm kind of set now to do it. I hope I'm prepared to do it. And these are the ones that I did yesterday, and they have dried now. Now, when I look straight on at it, and the lighting is not that good right here, right now. I wonder if I can bring that down. Does that help at all? When I'm looking at this straight on and the light's not shining and reflecting on it, the colors are just very pretty, but you don't see the shimmer in it. But as soon as I turn it and the light gets on there, wow. And it's pretty, and it's got a different texture. It's not like a glitter paste because it's smooth, where glitter paste has that little bit of rough to it. And even where it's not thick, even these little smudges, they're just got shimmer to them. So, I got a lot of comments. People love Lunar Paste. And I've never used it before, and I really don't know what we can do with it. I seen it on that HSN 12-hour craft. That was like a YouTube thing or whatever, and I saw it and I thought, you know what, I gotta try that. I love mixed media stuff. And I'm kind of thinking it's gonna be like the glacier paste from Nouveau Tonic. But I don't have any handy right now, so we might have to come back to that at another time. Anyways, so what I have, oh, yes, I wanted to show you, if you saw me do this with the embossing folder, and this paper had this smudgy stuff, didn't look great for on just the paper, but then when I embossed it, and then I came back with illustrators and did the green, and I did that on camera, but I didn't do the flowers. I came back after the video and finished the leaves and the branches or stems, and I did just a little yellow on the flowers, and it turned out so pretty. And these were shimmer inks from the shimmer ink pads, so that shimmer stays even though I used the alcohol under it. And I don't know if you can see very good or not, but let me go see if I can get this light a little bit better in here. Just 1 second, please bear with. Let's see if that's any better for light. It's a little cloudy out, so it's not as sunny as it usually is, and yeah, I think that's better. I think that gives us better light. So it turned out really pretty when I came back in and finished it up with the, oh, and I did blue on the bows, and so basically I just left the background and the eggs like that. You know, I don't know if it shows so pretty on the camera, but man, it's pretty in real life, and you just want to touch it. You just want to feel, if you're one of those kind of people. Okay, so what I'm going to use today, I don't know why this is here. I also got the Perfect Harmony craft kit with with my haul, and so there's this stencil, and then we're going to try that, these and the stencil. And I got this embossing folder, and we're going to try doing some embossing with it. Somebody asked to see a color swatch, so I'm going to do that. And that might be where we need to start, is with the swatch. So let's, man, they're not easy to open. I wish they did a, the dotted line, easy to peel off thing, but no, they haven't. So I don't know how they dry up. I really don't know anything about this stuff. And although it sounds like quite a few of you have been aware of it or have used them. Okay, these, that one I used. So I should have had them opened. But this will show you so you know when you get them. I'm just trying to find like the join. Was that not the join? Yeah, it must have been. Okay. And this color. And someone to comment that the Roar is their favorite. I think that's this one. No, that's Bee Sting. Prom Queen. Is this the Roar? Oh, yes. This is the Roar, which looks like it might be a coppery. We will see when we get it out. But somebody wanted to see a swatch, and they wanted to really see what it looks like when it dries. So I'll do a swatch and stick it to the side, and then we'll do the rest of the stuff, and then we'll come back and look at it. That's the closest I can come to letting you see it when it dries, because if I use a heat gun, I don't know how they do with the heat gun, so I would rather let it dry on its own and show you. A lot of stuff doesn't look as good. Okay, that's open. I just didn't get the plastic off of it. I just kind of used my nail around it and opened it. It opened. Okay, so let's do a swatch. And this is just some light cardstock right here. And I'm going to bite the bullet. And I'm just going to use my finger because I plan on using my fingers for a lot of it anyway. So I'm going to use my finger, and then I don't have to worry so much about it getting contaminated. Okay, so this one is Gold Rush. Do I need to write it? Okay, let's write it. Gold Rush. Gold Rush. Oh, that was messy. We have Gold Rush. We have Silver Lining. Roar. We have Slippery When Wet. I just put Slippery. WW When Wet. This is going to be Prom Queen. I didn't do this one yet, did I? Shooting Star. Shooting Star. Bee Sting. Crown Me. And Clear Skies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is the Gold Rush. This will go first. And I'm just gonna smear it a little heavier here, and we just go lighter here. And then Silver Lining. It's already dried on my finger. A little thicker here, and then let's really smudge it out here. Just because sometimes we're gonna have it heavy, sometimes we're gonna have it light, right? That's my thinking anyways. Okay, the Roar. Let's see how the Roar does. Oh, look at this. Okay, I think I can use the gold finger. Okay. I don't know, it seemed like I picked up more of that one than the others. Slippery When Wet. This one, Slippery When Wet. It's a gold, basically. They're very pretty. Very shimmery. Prom Queen is this one. Ooh. Shooting Star. Oh, I picked up the right one right off the bat. How about that? Okay, Shooting Star. Oh, very yellow. Not gold. I expected kind of a gold because it says Shooting Star, but it's very much yellow. I mean, I would have thought one of the other golds would have been better for Shooting Star, but oh look. It just kind of rolled right off my fingers. That's interesting. This one did. Let's see if the other ones are going to do that. No. I must have cut that one before it completely dried. And then we need Bee Sting. Which one is going to be Bee Sting? That's Clear Skies. Gold Rush. Crown Me. Let's do Crown Me. I'm very curious which one was Bee Sting. You know me, I got a favorite already. It's got to be Crown Me. Go with the purple every time with me. Which one is the Bee Sting? It's Silver Lining. That's the only one that's silvery looking. Gold Rush. Slippery When Wet. Roar. Prom Queen. Bee Sting. It's a reddish color. Oh, oh. See how pretty. Okay, on to the other hand. to the other hand. Oh my. All right, very very, I don't know how I feel about that color. A deep red with a little bit of like a brown, I don't know. You got a little brownie tone, clear skies, and who doesn't love blue? And is that the color I used yesterday? Yes, I believe so. But I ended up mixing so much color in with it. So there's the swatch. Best I can do anyways. That's dry. That's not. But here this is all dry. Like no more movement. No movement. What about up here? Pretty dry, honestly. That's not moving. And this one has a little, yeah, that's still wet there where it's caked on. So we'll wait a little bit longer and come back to those colors. I'm not so sure about that bee sting. Okay. All right. So this is a good card. That was the cheaper card. This is a good card. Let me cut it up. I'm not sure if this is like alcohol marker card or crafter's companion or what. It was in a bag that was unmarked. And the first thing I want to do is really try it through a stencil. I do have a bucket of water now down on the floor. I got paper towels. And I got the squirt bottle of water. So, okay. So, first thing is stenciling, and that's always usually our number one thing that we do. And so I'm going to bring this stencil in, the damask. From the Crafter's Companion's Perfect Harmony. Collection. I'm going to tape it down here. Up here, I mean not down here, up here. And hoping for a little bit of hinge. The problem is, I got it too much on the pattern, so let me bring it up. Because I have room for that. If I can't use this later on, that's fine, but if I can, I want to be able to. Right, so let's try. All right. Let's do, and I'm going to try. So I hear that the big spatulas are awesome. And I do love a big spatula, but this, let me just want to try maybe some, well, let's start with just one color. You know, sometimes we're so used to the products we have that when it comes to something that's a little bit different, it can be a little difficult. And this, I am finding, is almost too smooth for me for what I'm used to. And so like last night when I did that, I was a little surprised that it had gotten under. Maybe I do need to use a big spatula. I'm just trying to be easy with it, soft with it. Since I saw that it did that yesterday, it's making me think that I need to be soft with it. And I don't know that I'm a soft like that kind of person. I want to just get in there and like push my way through. I don't know. I'm not a push my way through kind of person either though, but anyways. Let's see how this goes. Let's see what we think. And I'm gonna rub this in the water real quick and wipe it off, so if I want to use it again, hopefully it'll be clean enough I can. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that might not have been fair, and I'll tell you why. I just realized there is glitter glue dried on here, which is of course rougher, right? I didn't realize that was there. So that's not fair to the paste because that would have messed up the way that it goes through. I do want to put my lid on because I don't want it drying out. And I'm going to lift. Oh my. Ah. Oh, yep. Yep. Absolutely gorgeous. What can I say? I can't say anything. This, although if you look, I did mess up these middle ones. The side ones are good, but the middle where I went through a couple of times or whatever, I messed them up. But that's some beautiful stuff. And so yes, right now it's wet. It's very shimmery but wet. So what's it look like when it dries? That's what we have to see later on. Now let me get this off of here. Will it work this way? Can we water it down and get it on the card? Oh, I think we can. This has me thinking it might not. Absolutely love water. I don't know. So I was going to try some things with water. Now, some things like water better than others, right? That wasn't water card. That was just regular card. I do have water card. It's on this. Okay, and it cleaned up really nicely. Okay, okay. So now I know that is not going to be used again on there. And so the big spatula is what I hear is awesome. And these tools are basically just to get it out. But which one came with the kit? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, what about this one? Okay, so this is the one that came with the kit. Okay, so we use this color. Let's do this color. No, this template, this color. This template, and let's use some of the other colors, and let's try to give it a better shake here. So we got some small spaces, we got some larger spaces. And we just want to see how it's going to work. I don't care about that. But I do want to set up a phonograph. Okay. Yeah. Looks like I'm gonna get the phonograph. I get that and the bow, but this piece is not big enough to get it all. So let me get, I think I'm gonna get a bigger piece of paper. I'll just show you the package that card came out of. And I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking this is Crafter's Companions, the multi-purpose card. But that's why I said I don't really know for sure where it came from, but I'm going to keep the whole paper, and I'm not going to cut it up, and I'm going to use it on here. Because what I want to do is more choose this color on here, and do it that way. And so let's do, for the phonograph, or whatever it's called, let's do some Slippery When Wet. And we can always come back here and look at the swatch. Slippery When Wet is a gold, like a, oh, I don't know. I'm more yellowy gold than the Gold Rush. The Gold Rush is kind of more a coppery gold, where the Slippery When Wet is more gold. This is Gold Rush. I want the Slippery When Wet. Slippery When Wet. And I'm going to do this sonograph with it. Phonograph. What is wrong with me? Phonograph. Oh. That big area is kind of hard to do. I should probably go watch. So it was mentioned that he has a YouTube channel, Simon Hurley. And so I probably should go watch the videos. Let me see. This is why I like it hinged. Oh, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to leave that be just like it is, I think. And, okay. And this tool works a lot better. I don't think you want the hard tools. The hard tools, this stuff is soft. It's pretty soft. I am surprised how soft it actually is. And I mean, just now, that's all I did was just wiped it on a paper towel and it pretty much got it all off. So, I don't remember what it was he did on the video that I was like, oh, gotta try it. Okay, so that was slippery when wet. This is going to be the Gold Rush. And I'm going to use the Gold Rush on the violin. I'm thinking because violin's kind of brown usually, so this should be good. Just because it has that little bit of the right kind of tone to it, I'm thinking. Oh. And the bow. I think this is going to be good. I don't want to pick it up because I'm afraid when I put it back down, it's going to mess it up. I'm going to put this back in the container, which is good when you can do that. When you get tubes of stuff, you can't. But most of the stuff anymore comes in stuff like this, right? And this is a 2 fluid ounce. Okay, I'm going to come in and I'm going to use a paper towel again, wipe it off. And you can see that's pretty much getting it. Well, as long as I get it while it's still wet, right? That's the thing. While it's still wet. Now the silver, I'm gonna do here. Oh no. I just got it like in one swipe. Did I get that lucky? We'll see. We will see. That's the silver. And then I want to do this in the roar. I think, not the roar. The roar. Kind of coppery looking. Kind of maybe. I'm wondering if I should use the roar or the bees chain. Let's do the roar. Give it that coppery look. Of course, I've already used the roar on that damask, so let's go ahead and use the bee sting. And a little tiny bit. See, I'm worried now that I'm going to come in and mess up these other ones around it. See, did I just mess up the violin? There's a little tiny bit of silver on there, so I just wiped that silver part off. Now I can put this back in here. If anybody knows about shelf life. Shelf life. That is what I meant to say. Can't believe I said it right. Okay, shelf life. So let's look. Okay. I'm just getting the stencil in the water real quick. And I am liking this. It looks like I missed a little bit on the violin. Shoot. The very top part doesn't look all the way finished. I don't know, but we will see. Look how pretty it all is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so my next question that I wanted answers to. You can see the one layered on top of the others. I'm just gonna cut this out and save this. So it looks like it can be as dimensional as you want it to be. It looks like it's not gonna fall. But if I put it on thin, that's gonna work. I'm wondering about it's got like shimmer and a little sparkle in some spots. So if you can see that, that's just what I picked up from here. So I have some watercolor piece card here, Craft Perfect. And I'm kind of wondering about doing watercolor with it. Is this something that we can do with the watercolor? So let's bring a little bit of purple. Let me get a brush. Oh, I'm just going to use a cheap brush right now because I don't know how this is going to go. I am going to get out a little bit of the purple. And before it has any kind of chance to start drying, it's a blue purple. Like sometimes it looks blue, sometimes it looks purple. So now I'm going to just put some water. Oh, I didn't mean to really. Maybe that's what I need to do though. Let's see how it mixes with water. I might have just wasted a bunch of that by putting way too much on there. Okay. You know, honestly, it moves very nicely. Okay. That is very nice. I don't know why I'm doing a tic-tac-toe. I don't know. Okay. So, it works. We can watercolor with it. So, wow, I love that. I love that we can do that. Okay. I got all this here. I don't want it to be wasted. And I am just gonna, what I'm gonna do is take another color. What color? How about I'll just do some blue and we'll just see if we can go for a little sky here. I don't want to I don't want to use a tool right now for this and then have to worry about getting it cleaned up. But let's see if we can blend this somehow. Like, I'm thinking it's glue-based like other stuff, but I don't know that that's true. We're going to let this dry. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to say, one of these blending tools. I'm going to use this one. Now, maybe Sheena's thing with the glycerin would be a better way to do this. I don't know. But, wow, look, that picked right up with that blending tool. And let's see what we get with this. Whoa, I love that. Okay. I want that out because I want to pick up the blue now and have blue. And look at that. That is awesome. Okay. Now the blue wasn't as watered down, so let's see how it works. So it's not erasing the blue, the purple thing. But what happens if I add a little bit more water to my sponge here? Does that then make it move a little better? Or take that purple. I didn't use watercolor. This was just that card. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this again. This is pretty. And it worked in this fence, I guess. What I don't like is that you still see these purple lines. So I'm gonna try it with watercolor card now and see if that makes a difference. So, watercolor card, right? Purple. I'm gonna use the same colors so nobody can say, okay, let me get the water out of this first. But I don't want anybody to come back and say, well, you didn't use the same colors or the same method or whatever. So I'm just going to take some of the purple. Okay. And I'm going to take some of the blue. And I use my finger again with the blue. I mean, it's not there. I got rid of it. Okay. So blue and purple. And let's see. I'm gonna clean my finger off a little bit here. Okay. And I'm gonna add water to the purple. And I'm gonna come in with purple. I'm thinking with the watercolor card, we maybe could get more movement out of it. So we're doing the swirl. Okay, uh-oh. Look what I did. Let me get some more of that purple out of there. There's quite a bit of purple in there. I'm gonna use a lot of paper towels. I don't want to use so much paper towel. But I want to get some of that purple out. There's a lot of purple in there. Okay, let's get some of the blue now. Blue, some water. Now, is it moving the line? No. It's not changing the line. So it didn't make that much difference. But this watercolor card, so what if I add, let me get some of the blue out of here now. Okay. What if I add water to this and come over the line? Will that help? No. It's there, folks. It's not going anywhere. That line is there to stay on both kinds of card. Now, can we use this card? Sure we can. Of course we could still use it. It might not be the perfect design that we want or whatever, but yes. Let me get another piece of watercolor. It just got... I just told myself I was going to do this and I'm not worrying about the paper or none of that. I'm just going to do it. So I'm going to add and I'm going to use a blue first and mix it. And I might have just made that purple. We'll see. See, when it sits, after it sits a bit, it doesn't quite want to mix as well. But look at that. I mean, yes, we can make a paint out of this. I mean, there it is. But that's not what I'm going for. I'm going for this kind of thing. See, the blue's gone. It's purple. It's all purple now. So we're gonna pick it up. I don't like the way that's looking. It needed to be thinner, didn't it? There we go. Give it more wash look. And that could just be, that looks like that's in the paper itself, those lines. So I'm seeing those lines thinking, no, I don't want those lines, and they're in the paper. Let's go ahead and leave it like this. Okay, I gotta have it somewhere where that dripping off ain't gonna hurt anything. And so with the watercolor paper, it's supposed to dry flat when it dries. So if you see all this paper bowing and stuff, supposedly water, especially watercolor, when it dries, it should go flat. Let's look at these now. Back to the splotches and see. I'm gonna put that brush in there. Let's go back to the splotches and see how dry. Okay, that might have been the thickest caked. It's dry. It's dry. No, that one's dry. That one's dry. How can I prove it? By going rough over it. There you go. I'm really pushing. These were the last ones, so these are all dry now. Okay, here's the other thing I wanted to do. So, you know, sometimes my mind works in different ways, and I'm thinking, what all can Lunar Paste do? What all kind of mixed media do we buy? You know, one of them is gilding wax, and I'm just wondering, will it work like gilding wax? And so the only way to know is to try. So what I need to do is cut this down a little bit, because I have found that there is truth in the, if you have your paper smaller than the embossing folder, you don't get as much wrinkling. You know how it bows and bends and stuff in the paper. Now, with the diamond press, I find that sometimes it's worse, that rippling. I don't know, diamond press, the marquee. Sometimes there's more ripple than using other machines. I don't know why that is, but I just kind of have found that to be true. Look at that. And look at the rippling. And it rippled at each line. Now this is not a 3D, right? Oh, 2D. It's only 2D, but that is a deep impression. And that's what's cool about using the marquee. It does seem to do that very well, but we got ripples in the paper. So we can try to smooth it out. So, now I just want to see, is it going to work like a gilding wax? And to do that, I'm going to use a gold, because I just think, now when we use a gilding wax, we get some, tap it out, leave a little bit on here. This is thinner, but how will it work? Okay, so you do have to have more on your finger. And you have to use a very light touch. I got a big mess of it here. So not quite like a gilding wax. But if you can perfect it, we keep it really light and build it, but that would take quite a bit, all right, to build on that. Let me just go for a shabby chic look here. And I'm sure this is not going to get shinier if we come in and rub it, because it's not a wax. But I just thought if we could get that look. There's baby. His door's open, so he can come if he chooses to. Or she chooses to, because I don't know if baby is a male or a female. So, yeah. What do you think? And it's kind of shabby looking, like shabby chic looking, but it's... I'm able to get some of the over stuff, the stuff that was thicker, off. And that's nice. So you can see it's kind of rubbing off where it was real thick. And so yeah, I think I'll be able to use that. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is dry enough now to take it off. What do we think? I don't know. It still has to dry some more, but I think it's safe enough to come off this paper towel now, and I can use water to clean it out. There we go. Glass mats, you just, you know, you just gotta have them. Well, you can use other stuff. Other stuff will clean up. Silicone, stuff like that. Because glass mats, they're a little high sometimes at the price. So if you don't want to spend the money for one, there are alternatives. There's surfaces, other surfaces that will clean easy too. I really like the way that musical note looks with that gold. And I'm thinking with other colored paper, and to come in and use it on top of like a gilding wax. But, I mean, this has shimmer. I don't know. It looks nice. That's all I know. And I will save that. There's something else I want to try. This is not watercolor paper, and I don't know how it's going to work. But we're going to try it, and then Oh, wait. I did one of these on watercolor. Let me grab this back. I want to know if we can faux bleach it, right? This is something we need to know. So I'm gonna get one. Yep. I was gonna grab water out of my bucket and just wet my fingers and do that, but I realized that is dirty water from all the stuff I've thrown in there already. So let's just do. All right. I didn't mean to get so much water around. um, it doesn't look like it's bleaching. But sometimes you can't tell until you actually go to pull the water off, right? So let's see. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, the faux bleaching is, there's a little bit going on here, but not really. Let me see if I can. No, I'm not getting drops down, and I want it to be more, try to get a certain area better so we could look better, but it's not coming off this. Looks like there might be a couple of spots, but for as much water was on there, and neither one of them really did it. So not 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 gonna work. Here's where I picked it up off the thing. I'm not seeing shimmer in this, to be honest with you. These, I wonder if that's the paper. It is the paper. I see, like maybe the paper has soaked in some of that shimmer because, there is like sparkly around it. But in this one, where the blue is thicker and stuff, you see more shimmer and it's more concentrated. And this one is not really doing that. It's just kind of an all over kind of sparkly. Almost like I used a sparkly paper. So that's something too. Here, yeah. So when you water it down, it almost looks like you are watering down the sparkle quite a bit, the shine. Because like here, the shine is very prominent. Here, there's hardly nothing. So Okay, and like I said, on this one, I just don't really see any instruments. It's still looking pretty wet. Yeah, that was a little sticky at the tip. But down the bow was nice. How wet. Yeah, see, I got some of that on my finger, so that's still wet. The damask is, I think, still wet. Yeah. It's pretty thick on there. And then we know this is dry, but I just wanted to show the splotches again. So we have Gold Rush, Silver Lining, Roar, Slippery When Wet, Prom Queen, Shooting Star, Bee Sting, Crown Me, I love that, Clear Skies, so here's why I say the watered down doesn't seem to be that great, because when I'm looking at these and I'm seeing the shimmer, then of course you see more shimmer where it's thicker. But when it goes way down, you still see shimmer. On the paper I did yesterday where it's smudged, you still see the shimmery. Baby. Yeah. So you can still see the shimmery there. Right? Pretty baby. You can still see the shimmery where it's real thin. But the watered down versions don't. Now, if anybody else is getting different results, leave a comment, let me know. You can paint, which I think would be amazing, but you can paint, but here's what. I don't think you can move it. So if I put this down and I say, you know what, I want to fade out, you know, like you can with watercolor, and take the color and fade it out. Once it's set, it's not going anywhere. You can't move it. You can't fade it out. It's there. It's set. That's it. It is set. Let's try where I did splotches. Can I move this on the regular card? A little bit. There's a little bit of movement. But that is not anything you're going to be doing in painting, that little tiny bit. So, using it like gilding wax, that I'm kind of on the fence about. It's not really thick enough. What did I do with that piece? Here it is. But then I like how this turned out. But you're not going to get... It's just different technique all on its own, but it is not like a gilding wax. Um, let's try something else. Let's do one more, and then I think if I take babies want some attention. Yeah. Which is actually a good thing right now, and so I'm not going to complain. So on this folder, the side that says Crafter's Companion is the back. The front is the other side. And what I'm thinking about trying, honestly, is just putting a little bit on a paper towel and rubbing it in here. So let's use the roar. And I don't want that much on, I don't think. And I'm just gonna rub it on. And that is actually kind of working better than my finger did. So I'm glad I tried it. It's very odd the way it rolls up, where it's real thick when you're wiping on it. Most of this stuff is not going to work this way. You know, most of this stuff you're going to be wiping it all off and leaving just a trace of it behind, where this is pretty much still staying, but it's the big spots where it's too thick wipes off or rubs off. And most of these pastes and stuff are a little different. So this is nice, being able to do this. If I took a glitter paste and tried to do this, no, it's not going to work. See how much I'm having to rub to get it off, and I just put it on. So it likes to be permanent. It doesn't want to move once it's down, which is good with me for different things. And the shimmer, and I mean, instantly I can use this, right? I mean, instantly. Because I just rubbed anything that was still wet or whatever off, right? I think this corner's feeling weird because I hit a wet spot. Some water was on there. But look, and if I want to put more on, what will happen? Will that ruin it? Let's find out. What if I want to, oh wait, what if I want to put another color on? Let's see, what color do we want to try with this? How about if I want to put some of the Shining Star on there? Let's see what happens. Maybe not a great color combination. um, ah, I didn't mean to get that much. I'm liking this rubbing it on for some reason. I mean, what a wonderful way to distress something, or... So I thought, yeah, let me go down this way, and look, it worked. It worked well, and I can come back. And it's just not really moving, right? I mean, I might get those little balls of it rolling up, but it's... Okay, do I want to put another color on now? Do I want to try another color? Why not? Let's try Slippery When Wet. Let's see what happens with this. This is tiny. Ooh, it would be too thick right there. Now, not that you would want to use all these different colors on musical notes, but I'm thinking, you know, butterflies or whatever, if you want the bright colors, is this something that will work? And I think this might be something that will work. One color is not taking another color away. Did that gold even show? Yeah, it does. It's just hard to tell it. Okay, so since that was harder to see what happened with it, let's try some of the blue. I know I'm wrecking this. I know I am. But what I'm doing is experimenting so that we know what we can and can't do. So, you know, if I forfeit one thing, that's okay with me, because I can come back and make another one. So am I shining it up? I don't think it's shining it up. Maybe kind of sort of looks like it is. Wow. You know, I'm almost wishing there was like a green, because a green would give me like you know, that old green stuff. I want to say patina, but the green has its own name, I believe. Now let's see. I mean, I don't think it's gonna work, but let's see if we can mix the colors and get two different colors. I doubt it. I don't think so. But let's see if we can. I don't want that much yellow. I don't want that much paste. I just want a tiny bit of the paste. I'm gonna take the yellow off before I dip it in the blue, just in case. Okay. And I'll take a tiny bit of blue. Look there, I have green. not really the green I want. I want a more blue-green, so let me grab a little bit more blue. That looks better. That's more what I want right there. Okay, but now I gotta be able to keep it alive long enough to apply it. But look, we can make our own colors with it. So that's a good thing to know. That is a good thing to know. It'll look like metal sheet music. Okay, it's not wanting to go on where there's already some on. It's not wanting to go over that. And it's not coming out as blue. I mean, as blue-green. So the patina look, because you want kind of a turquoisey color, right? For that stuff. Let's get a little over here. Okay, now let's come back and see about rubbing it out. A little bit. Huh. It's not the blue I want. It's not the green I want. But, you know, it's working. I mean, we're creating something. Let me see if I can get a little bit better with some blue on here. And just grab up some of that green with it. And then maybe that'll give me the look I'm talking about. Just get a little bit of green with this. Now, it's always possible that he's already done all this stuff on his channel and I'm doing something that lots of people already know about. But I'm just experimenting for myself and all of you. So if you're like me and you never, seen it before or whatever, we're learning. I mean, now that blue, see, now it's got a carnival look. That wasn't what I wanted. But like I said, I'm okay with messing it up. And I do have to get some of this off because it now has kind of a weird, thick, kind of gummy feel. So maybe as I take some of this off, it will get that look that I was talking about. I got too much blue now, I think. It might have worked if I'd have done not so much blue. I think this just might work now. Right? Oh, it's sticking. It needs some of that roar back. I'm gonna keep playing with it until because that's the copper look. I think that gives me that coppery look more, and I've just lost too much of that, I think. So let's see what happens if we go back over with that copper. How did I get on this? This is probably a very long video. I'm liking the way this layers like this. I think we can do some beautiful stuff with some butterfly wings. Yeah, that's what I need. Now maybe I need to go back with, instead of the roar, back with the gold. Just get over some of that green and stuff. Because I just got too much of that on there, I think, was what I did. I got green lunar paste, green lunar paste. Okay. You can hear it making noise now, huh? Because it's all like just this layered up lunar paste on here. So I don't know. It must be a water base, but it's one of those that is not like you're gonna, I don't know, because it's definitely something we can layer and layer and layer, I think. And I think, like I said, butterfly wings and that. I might have got a little carried away and put too much on it. Oh, I should have left it alone with the green. Before I put the green. All right. All right, everybody. Lunar paste. And the colors dried. What did I do with the swatch? Here's the swatch one more time. The swatch. Gold Rush, Silver Lining, Roar, Slippery When Wet, Prom Queen, Shooting Star, Clear Skies, Crown Me, Bee Sting. How long have we been talking? How long has this video been? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, hour and a half. So this has been drying for an hour and a half. Still a little tacky. Yeah, it is. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. If you like my video, please hit the like and subscribe button. I hope you'll join me again. Bye-bye, everybody.